You know, a while back, Grace wanted me to find a way to have closure with you.
Oh, even if that meant us going away together like Grace is doing with David?
Believe me, that didn't come up.
Well, I'm bringing it up now. Have gone away with me to have closure?
The situation's totally different.
Different, yes, but not that different. Sam, I am not trying to hurt you. I just hate to see you being made a fool of. And as a woman, I can tell you, a woman doesn't go away with another man, especially her husband, unless she's willing to fulfill that role as his wife.
Look, I don't believe it. Not when it comes to Grace. Eve said they were staying in separate rooms.
Oh, so they're honeymooning 50s style?
Grace wouldn't lie to me.
If you say so.
I'll prove it. I'll call Grace at the hotel right now.
You're going to call her at the inn she went to with David?
Why not? I'm going to prove that her intentions were exactly what she said they were. She went away with David to get him out of her system, okay? Not get back together.
David, answer me. David, is what you said about our past real? Or is it all just a pack of lies like your clean and sober act?
Grace.
Oh, you know what? Never mind. Because I know that an addict will do anything to get their fix, and the only truth you know comes from your needle. I'm going back to Sam. If he'll have me after everything that I put him through because of you. And don't worry, I'm not going to leave you here to die like some freaked out rock and roller. I'm going to call a doctor because you need one.
Just forget the doctor and forget about leaving. You aren't going anywhere.
David, why are you looking at me like, David? Oh my God, it's the drugs. David, please, don't hurt me. David, just don't hurt me. Please. Please.
Wait. Maybe we should just wait. Not tell Mom and Dad that we're engaged until things are a little bit more definite for us,
Whitney,
you know?
Whitney, no more secrets, all right? I want to be upfront with your folks.
Please, God, let them be okay with this.
Oh, Whitney, you have a better chance of praying for snow in hell.
I hope Coach Russell kills Chad. It'll save me the trouble getting rid of him.
Chad, what the hell are you doing here?
Daddy, I can explain what's
I want you out of my house and away from my daughter right now.
I'm not afraid of you, Coach Russell.
You know what, boy? You're a fool and a lowlife. I warned you to leave my family alone, to leave my daughter alone, and you didn't. Now I'm gonna make you suffer the consequences.
Don't hurt him!
I'm gonna kill him.
Beth, I asked you a question. Why do you seem so nervous?
Hey, Luis, I'm sure Beth's on edge knowing that there's some crazy person out there hell-bent on killing Sheridan.
I just can't stop thinking about it and, you know, wondering what's gonna happen next.
Well, we're all worried about Sheridan, okay?
Look, I don't know about you guys, but I could use some fresh air.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I hear that.
Why don't you guys all go outside and I'll bring you something to drink?
Okay. You know, it really kills me we didn't find whoever was out to get Sheridan.
I still can't believe they got away.
Well, I think we should bring in even more security to cover the grounds. Set up a perimeter around the cottage 24/7 until we catch this perp.
I agree.
The more guards, the better.
How soon can you get the guards here? Here.
Shouldn't take but a few minutes. Want to give this creep another chance to hurt Sheridan.
I hope Charlie has enough time to get out of here.
What was that? Sounded like it came from the bedroom. that? If anybody lays a hand on Sheridan, I'll kill him.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of the bird I knew could take me highest. Breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
TC, stop, please.
Easy there, Coach.
What's going on down here? Oh, I should have known. What have you done now to tear our family apart, Whitney?
Didn't I tell you to stay clear of my daughter until you were gone out of town for good?
That's what Whitney and I wanted to talk to you about. I love Whitney, and she loves me. And we don't want to be apart for 6 months. So we're going to be together from here on out.
Wrong answer, boy.
TC, please, now, Chad, can you just leave and let us talk about this as a
No,
family?
Mom. Chad needs to stay. There's more that we have to tell you and Daddy.
You can do that later. Just give Whitney's
Forget
father...
it, man. Whitney and I are tired of all this backstreet garbage. We want to get everything out in the open now.
I don't understand. What else do you have to tell us?
That's what I want to know.
Chad and I talked, and I've changed my mind. I'm leaving with Chad when he moves to Los Angeles.
There's
Whitney,
no
you promised
way
that
you're
you
gonna
wouldn't.
move cross country with him. I forbid it.
All right, before you start with all the ultimatums, just try to listen to me for a change.
I'm not gonna listen to a word you have to say, Whitney. It's pretty obvious to me that this punk has brainwashed you. And once he's gone, you'll realize that you're better off without him.
Well, that's not gonna happen. Chad's not going anywhere without me. Daddy, I know what I'm doing.
Whitney, you don't know what you're doing. You're gonna move 3,000 miles away with some wannabe rap artist just because he sweet-talked you. That is not gonna happen.
Eve, your perfect little family is just about to disintegrate right before your very eyes.
Where's that girl? Huh? The club's been open over an hour. I'm ready to get my groove on.
Chill, man. It's open almost all night.
I know, she's just getting herself pretty for you.
Well, she better, because she ain't the only girl in L.A. that wants to party with me. Yeah. Uh-huh. Nance, come on.
Jay, would you hold on? I'll be down in a minute.
Come on, baby. It's getting hot down here.
So go get yourself a job and get that air conditioning fixed.
Ooh. It's true. Okay.
No, for real.
Get the air conditioning fixed. Whatever.
Holy. Oh. Hey, yo, y'all, look at this. It's Chad.
Chad?
Chad Harris. He's alive.
Gwen, stay back, okay? There could be gunfire.
Louise, stop. That noise wasn't from Sheridan's bedroom. It was only me.
What did you say?
Yeah, it was just clumsy old me. I dropped the tea tray. Sheridan's still in her room, asleep. Don't wake her.
No, that didn't sound like a tray falling.
No, that's all it was. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get you guys so upset, and I've made a terrible mess.
That's all right, babe.
I guess with our nerves so frayed, we're just all a little crazy. I'm so sorry, Luis.
Look, Beth, Luis isn't mad at you. The important thing is that Sheridan's all right. We're all a little on edge right now, okay? Look, I still want to go in and check on Sheridan just to make sure that she's okay. I'll be quiet, okay?
I wouldn't do that, Louise.
Why not?
Because Sheridan is such a light sleeper. This is the first real rest she's had in weeks. Just let her be.
You've got to get out of here now.
I'm not leaving without Sheridan.
What? You can't be serious.
Hey, I'm calling shots now, remember?
No. You sure you know what you're doing? Because if we get caught, I'm not gonna get caught. I say.
That Gwen doesn't know she's bought me a little more time. Come on, Blondie. We're getting out of here right now.
You're not in your right mind, David. It's just the drugs you're shooting into your veins.
I'm not on drugs.
Look, please don't lie to me, David. I saw you. With my own eyes, there was a needle in your arm. You're shooting heroin.
Look, I would never do that. I'd never hurt you, Grace. I'm not a drug addict.
That's what all drug addicts say, David. I'm not as naive as you think.
Yeah, look. See for yourself.
No, I don't want to go anywhere near that
No,
stuff.
please, I'm begging you.
I've never heard of this.
It is my medication. It is doctor prescribed. It is completely legal, I swear.
For what? What does it do?
A rare disease I picked up years ago in the jungle on a photo shoot in South America. Something bit me. The doctors don't know what it is, just that the symptoms can be controlled with this medication.
Well, why didn't you tell me about it before?
There was no need. Usually the symptoms are dormant. And, but when they act up every few months or so, it just comes on without warning. It's, you know, shaking and high fever alternating with so cold I could freeze to death. Look, that medication helps me right out the worst of it. I swear to you, I'm not a drug addict. I just have a rare disease that can only be controlled with this medicine. You do believe me, don't you?
Okay, I want to, David, but...
I swear to you, Grace, I'm not lying to you. I would never do that. I love you.
David? Oh my God. David? Sam, please. Understand that I have to do this.
I will never understand. I told you that if you walk out that door, if you go on the second honeymoon with David, then we are through. I mean it. It's over between us.
Whalebone Inn, good evening.
Yeah, I'd like to be connected to Grace Bennett's room, please.
One moment, please. I'm sorry, sir, we don't have a guest by that name.
But I know she's staying there.
I'm afraid I can't help you. Her name's not down here. Could she be registered under a different name?
Yeah, she was also traveling with David Hastings.
Oh, yes. Yes, we have Mr. and Mrs. David Hastings in room 209, the honeymoon suite. Would you like me to connect you?
I want you to cancel the second room booked by Mr. Hastings for his traveling companion.
But he was quite clear that he didn't...
I want you to tell him and Grace Bennett that the only accommodation you have left is the honeymoon suite. I'll make sure that there's a very generous check in the mail for your trouble. Just make sure no one hears about this phone call. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Hello, David. How's it going on your end?
How's it going? Well, let's see. Other than the constant guilt I'm feeling for lying to Grace about our former life as husband and wife, things are just peachy.
David, I really don't want to hear anything negative, okay? So all you have to do is make Grace love you. And if you don't do it now, it's never going to happen. What's the matter? Aren't they registered?
No, but Mr. and Mrs. Hastings are. They're staying in the honeymoon suite. Together.
Oh, Sam, I'm so sorry.
Are you still there, sir? Would you like me to connect you?
Yes, put me through.
David? David? David, wake up. Oh my God, you can't be dead. Damn it, I can't get a pulse. Oh, I've seen Eve do this 1,000 times. It looks so easy. Come on, David.
David! David, wake up! David! David? Oh, David. David, can you sit up?
I can't.
Come on. Oh, David, I'm the one who's sorry. I'm so sorry for misjudging you and accusing you of lying. Oh, I should have known that you'd never have anything to do with drugs or that you'd lie to me about something so important, David. Oh, David, I'm so sorry for jumping to the wrong conclusions, but when I saw that needle in your arm...
Don't feel guilty.
David, you're sweating so much. My God. Oh, even your pants are... Okay, we gotta get you out of these wet clothes, okay? David? Oh, David, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'll never doubt you again. David.
What did you do to her to make her change her mind? She was gonna stay at home while you went away to LA by yourself.
We decided we didn't want to be apart.
How could you do this? How could you break up our family like this? Dad was just finally starting to calm down about everything.
Look, I don't want to hurt anyone, Simone, least of all my own family.
Right. But that's why you stole Chad away from me in the first place.
I think that's what they mean. About chickens coming home to roost. Shut up, Liz. Just shut up.
Okay, everybody. Let's just calm down and talk this out rationally.
That's exactly what Chad and I were trying to do, but Daddy's not even letting us explain. This isn't even as bad as you two think it is.
Oh, it's bad, all right. I can't see anything you're gonna say that's gonna help the situation. I can't think of anything worse than you moving away with this two-bit punk.
Chad.
Don't worry, sweetheart. I'll do it. What Whitney is trying to tell you, what you're making her too scared to tell you, is I've asked her to marry me. She's going to be my wife.
Over my dead body. Or better yet, over your...
Oh, wait, hey! Chad, man, it's been what? Over 2 years since he disappeared?
I know, Chad Harris. Our Chad Harris.
Whoa, wait. Chad Harris from Compton?
Hell, from Compton, Inglewood, Pasadena, even up in the valley somewhere, I think. That poor bastard ended up in more shelters and youth homes than you could shake a stick at.
I mean, I know. He used to sleep on the beach a lot out past the airport, right?
A lot of scary types out there. Lucky he didn't end up a crackhead.
He couldn't afford to be a crackhead. How much poorer can you get than zero?
But wait a minute, you know, things were really starting to look up for him before he disappeared. He had that one good job for a while, that record producing gig, remember? Looks like he's really gonna make it this time, just like he said.
Chad Harris. From the mean streets to the silk sheets. Big time money and music, man.
It says he's been living in some nothing little town back east named Harmony.
Harmony? Doing what?
Running some little studio. But wait a minute, he still looks fine.
Please, he's lucky he ain't dead. Thought Puff Dog had him, huh?
Bang! Just like those brothers who tried to testify against Puff Dog. They end up dead, and Puff Dog is out of jail. Chad's not thinking about coming back here, is he?
Well, it doesn't really say. But you know B&J does do all their work out here. I bet he is.
Shoot. If Chad had an ounce of sense left in him, he'll stay away from L.A. He's not exactly Puff Dog's favorite.
Chad's been gone a long while. Bet he doesn't know the dog is back and on the loose.
I'm sorry, sir, there doesn't seem to be an answer from the Hastings suite.
All right, look, I'll call back later. They must be out.
Oh, no, they're definitely in. Sometimes couples turn off the ringer when they're in the honeymoon suite.
Thanks.
What did they say?
They're in their room. I'm just not answering the phone.
Oh, you poor thing. Oh, this is one time I wish my instincts were wrong. Obviously, Grace has rediscovered her old feelings for David.
They're not supposed to be staying in the same room, okay? Grace wouldn't lie about something like that. She couldn't have.
And yet, it seems she has.
There's got to be another explanation. You know what? I'm gonna go there and see for myself.
To the inn that David and Grace went to on their honeymoon?
I have no choice. I want to see what's going on right now.
No, it's too soon.
Too soon for what, Ivy? What are you talking about?
David, you're freezing. We have to call a doctor and get you to the hospital.
No, it won't do any good.
It has to, David. You're sick.
No, I've been to this. I've been to doctors before. I've taken the drug. I just have to get warm, and it'll pass. The couch?
No, get in the bed. You get in the bed. I'll get in the couch. Here. This has got to make you better.
I don't know why it feels so cold.
Hey, David, you're really scaring me. Please, let me call a doctor. Or at least call Eve and Harmony.
No, it'll pass.
Okay, David. I'm right here with you, all right? I'm right here. Oh, God. Please.
Hey, please! Say I didn't warn you.
Don't make me hurt you, Coach Russell.
That's enough, Coach.
Wow. That husband of yours certainly has a temper when he feels betrayed.
Just get away from me, Liz.
No, Daddy, please. I love him.
Whitney, you don't know the meaning of the word. Your mother and I didn't raise you to be with some no-account street trash like him. You come from a good family with good morals and good values. We know right from wrong.
So does Chad. You just don't know him.
Yes, I do know him. And I'm not gonna stand by and let you ruin your life with somebody who can't even deserve to shine your own shoes. I won't let it happen.
Daddy, do you see what you're doing, Whitney? Isn't it bad enough that you stabbed me in the back? Now you're trying to tear apart our whole family. I hate you with all of my heart, Whitney.
Simone, please.
No. If you marry Chet, I will never talk to you again.
I don't know what I was worried about. There's no way Whitney and Chad are ever gonna get married.
Jay. Yo, it took me over an hour to look this good for you. So you better jump to and appreciate.
Chad is in the paper.
Chad Harris, get out. I cannot believe he's still alive. Oh, thank God.
Mm-hmm. And he's got some big hot contract with B&J.
Chad Harris, who did not have 99 cents for a taco or bus fare ever, has got some big new job. What's your excuse?
Oh, baby, I'm still working hard.
You know what? I'm sick and tired of riding around in this heat.
Looks like Chad might be coming to L.A.
Well, he can't. What about Puff Dog?
He must think the dog's still in jail.
Well, I wish. Who you calling, Sheila?
Well, I'm gonna try and track down Chad in this town, Harmony, and tell him not to come.
Girl, are you crazy? Give me that. You know what happens if people are messing the Puff Dog's business?
Wait a minute. Chad Harris was always sweet to me.
You and about 50 other girls.
Exactly.
Okay, you shut up. Chad Harris is our friend. Friends watch out for each other, remember?
Chad Harris was our friend, remember? He also had a chip on his shoulder, a temper, and a big mouth.
Look, you know what? Chad had big-time problems. I mean, don't you know how lucky we had it? We had homes, families, food on our table, and Chad had none of that. I mean, how'd you like to be dumped when you were just a little kid? He didn't even know who his real parents were.
So he had it tough. Too bad. It doesn't change the fact that hanging with him can get you killed. Shoot, I mean, we all thought the Puff Dog took him out. I know I did.
But a friend's a friend.
Some friend. He didn't bother to pick up the phone to call you in over 3 years just to tell you he's alive?
You know, he has a point. But maybe he had reasons.
Whatever the reasons, baby. I mean, hanging with somebody that can get you killed isn't the kind of person you want to be down with, right?
But nobody needs to know if I'm gonna try and do him a favor.
All right, listen up and listen good, all right? I swear Puff Dog's got eyes everywhere. And people that end up on his bad side end up dead. What if he finds out you mouthed off to give Chad a warning, huh? Kaboom.
You know what? Jay's right. I mean, after what happened between Chad and LaToya, he is permanently on the dog's bad side.
Hey, what did happen with LaToya?
Wake up, Bear. You aren't listening. You don't want to know. I'll tell you this. If Chad comes back here and messes with LaToya again, he's got a death wish. So just leave it alone, Sheila.
I don't know, maybe you're right.
I know I'm right. If Chad Harris wants to keep on breathing, he will stay the hell away from LA.
I just can't believe what I did.
Beth, don't worry about it. What's important is that Sheridan's okay.
I wonder what could be keeping those security guards.
He said they'd be here any minute.
Max, did you bring more guys?
They're stationing themselves all around the property. Nobody's getting on or off these grounds without going through them.
You know, thanks a lot. I don't know what I'd do if anyone got near my wife.
Don't worry, sir. We've got the whole estate locked up.
Thanks a lot, Max. Just let us know if you hear anything, okay?
You look like you have a problem with them being here, Beth.
Not at all. I'm just surprised that they got here so quickly. You'd better have gotten out of here, Charlie, or we're busted.
You are my passion for life.
Why would it be too soon for me to track down Grace at the inn?
Well, think about it. I mean, they probably just got there. They probably haven't even unpacked.
So?
So if you want to catch them together, you've got to give them time to get settled in. I mean, you'd be charging up there and you wouldn't be able to prove anything.
You missed the point. I'm not going to catch them together. I just want to go to Grace and talk to her face to face and get to the bottom of what's going on between her and David. It's time I knew the whole truth.
It sounds like you've got some doubts about what she told you.
I just don't understand why they're sharing the same room at the inn.
The honeymoon suite, no less.
I just need to know once and for all if Grace and I can get back to what we once had. I mean, we've been married over 20 years. She wouldn't go off and make love to another man.
Sam, I hate to say this, but it's not about how long you and Grace have been married, but I think who was married to her first. I mean, legally, David is still her husband.
But I know her. I know who she is inside, what she would and wouldn't do. Grace, it's not in her to betray me that way.
Well, not the old Grace, maybe, but people change. Things happen that no one can expect. It's nobody's fault. It's just...
You mean David coming back into Grace's life even though she doesn't remember him or their marriage?
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, Grace is a decent, loyal person.
Which is why I know she wouldn't lie to me.
But Sam, those might be the very traits that make her choose David over you. She might even think that there's nothing wrong with sleeping with him after all. I mean, he legally is her husband.
Why am I even talking to you about this?
You know, if just talking about this upsets you so much, then you better be careful about just barging in on them. You might get more than you bargained for.
If you're right, and Grace did go back to resume an intimate relationship with David, well, then I need to know. And I need to know right now.
I can't believe you're still cold when it's so warm in here. I'm gonna turn up the thermostat.
David, please, just let me call it.
No, Grace, I can get through this on my own. I just have to get through it.
David? David, can you hear me?
I'm sorry, Grace. I was so sorry to ruin the trip.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I just want you to get better.
It's so cold. So cold.
Not only are you not gonna marry my daughter, I want you out of her life for good. And I want you out of my house or you will regret it.
I'm not going anywhere. So you understand how much Whitney and I love each other. You can't stop us from being together.
You just watch me.
Okay, both you calm down. Fighting's not gonna solve anything.
Does it always have to be like this? I just want to be with the man that I love, Daddy.
Whitney, will you stop saying that? He is not worth it.
But he is to me, Daddy. He means everything to me.
More than you.
Hasn't she proven that already, Daddy?
This is your doing, isn't it, Liz?
Me?
This has your fingerprints all over it. And I thought you sincerely cared about my daughters. I do. It's you I despise. So if you're looking for somebody to blame this on, you just try looking in the mirror. All I've had to do is sit back and watch you get what's coming to you.
Daddy, at least listen to what we have to say.
Whitney, I already have, and I wished I hadn't. There's nothing that you can say or that he can say that's going to change my mind. I will not allow this marriage, and I want him out of your life, and I'm going to give you 10 seconds to get out of my house.
TC, please, this isn't going to solve anything.
Coach Russell, I don't want to fight about this. I want the two of us to get along for everyone's sake. You can be the grandfather to Whitney's and my children.
Like hell I am.
Are you pregnant? No, Mom, I'm not pregnant. That's not what Chad's trying to say, but yeah, someday we are gonna have children, yes.
No, you won't. No, you won't. You will never have a child with this pathetic excuse of a man. And let me tell you something, boy. If you get my daughter pregnant with your child, I will really tear you apart.
Don't hurt him.
How much do you want to bet that Whitney picks a man over the rest of her family? Like a mother, like her daughter Eve.
Daddy, stop it. Stop it. Whitney, oh, don't hurt him.
Oh, so far so good. Just a little bit further, and I'll have you off the ground. Damn! Security guard by the gate. Oh, how do I get to my car without going past him?
Well, that was Max. All his men are at their posts.
Great, as long as no one can get on the ground, Sheridan's safe.
Yeah, unless the stalker's already on the estate.
The guards will catch her if she is.
Where are you going?
I was just gonna check on Sheridan and make sure she's still sleeping.
I don't think you should wake her up, Beth.
You're right. I don't want to take the chance.
You there! Stop where you are!
Here, they found someone.
What do you say we relax a little?
Whitney, we can put a stop to this right now, okay? All you have to do is admit that you made a mistake. We can move on and put this crazy mess behind us.
No, Daddy.
Whitney, how can you say that? What about your tennis career? You have worked all of your life to be a pro. Did all of your ambitions disappear when you hooked up with this loser?
That's not fair, TC.
No, it isn't. Whitney still loves tennis, and she's got plenty of ambition. She's gonna take a little break from tennis for a while and focus on a career in music instead.
You're not serious.
Mom, I love singing. And I'm good at it, too.
She's an incredible talent. She could be next year's Norah Jones. That's why this move to LA is good for both of us.
No, there's no way it's gonna happen. Whitney is not gonna be allowed to be a singer.
But, Mom,
Do you have any idea what it's like in the music field? The late nights, the alcohol, the drugs. No, it's not for you. I am not having it.
What does Dr. Reeve have against music?
Why don't you ask your father, Fox? Maybe he knows.
Well, Father. Looks like I was right about at least part of your secret.
Why would my father, a man totally lacking in compassion, care one way or another about Dr. Russell losing her baby?
Get out.
And then I heard Liz say, wait till TC finds out the entire truth. So I asked her what she meant, and she said, stick around, you'll find out. Well, you know what? I think I finally figured it out. I believe that you're the father of Dr. Russell's long-lost baby boy. Whatever went down between Dr. Russell and my father must have been huge. I'm gonna find out what it was.
Look, I've got to see what Grace and David are doing together with my own eyes. I need to know that she was telling me the truth.
Sam, why don't you just wait until tomorrow?
And let a whole night go by? No way. I can be at the inn in a couple of hours. All right? I need to know what I'm up against.
What are you gonna do, just charge into their honeymoon suite like a raging bull?
If I have to, yes. Look, I want the answers. All the answers, no matter what.
But you shouldn't do this by yourself. I'll go with you.
All right, I'll go get the car.
David, you had better be doing your job. If I'm to get Sam back, he's gotta find you and Grace in a compromising position.
There's one more blanket. Should keep you warm. Oh, David, you're freezing cold. I don't know what else to do.
Oh, Grace, you've done enough.
Nonsense. I know what I can do.
What are you doing?
Body heat. Should keep you from freezing to death. Come here.
What's the matter, Beth? You look terrible.
It's just so scary, you know, to think that someone so dangerous is just right outside.
Well, it sounds like they've been caught, and whoever it is won't be able to hurt and harass Sheridan anymore.
What's going on? We heard one of your men. We caught someone, a woman moving through the grounds.
Must be the woman who's been after Sheridan.
Well, where is she? We have her in custody. My man's bringing her in right now.
Y'all, there's pain and harmony tonight.
You ruined our family, Whitney. You and your selfish, slutty self.
Look, I have to know the truth, Ivy. I have to know where David and Grace stand.